What if I told you there is a narrow strip of water on Earth that has the power to shake the entire global economy? This is the Strait of Hormuz. It lies near Iran, connecting the Persian Gulf to the open ocean. At first glance, it looks small, almost insignificant. But don't let its size fool you, because this tiny passage is one of the most important energy routes in the world. Every single day, nearly 20% of the world's oil passes through here. Think about that. One small waterway, supplying fuel to a huge part of the planet. Countries like Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates rely on this route to export oil and gas. And this energy doesn't just stay nearby. It travels across the world to countries like India, China, and Japan. Now imagine this. What happens if this route suddenly becomes unsafe or blocked? Oil shipments stop, supply drops. Prices shoot up, and when fuel prices rise, everything becomes expensive. Transport, food, electricity, all get affected. This is why the Strait of Hormuz is not just a waterway. It's a global economic lifeline. But there's another side to this story. The strait is extremely narrow in some areas, only about 40 kilometers wide, and ships don't even get the full space. They have to pass through specific shipping lanes, making traffic even tighter. This makes the route very sensitive. Even a small disruption can create a massive impact. Now let's talk about power, because geography here is everything. Iran sits right next to this critical route. That means it has a strong strategic position in the region. Over the years, during times of tension, there have been warnings and concerns about what could happen if this route is affected. And whenever such tensions rise, global markets react instantly. Oil prices increase, stock markets shake, and governments start preparing for the worst. But here's something even more interesting. This is not the first time oil has been used as a powerful tool. Back in 1973, during a major conflict, oil-producing nations reduced supply. One key leader at that time was King Faisal of Saudi Arabia. That decision caused a global oil crisis. Fuel shortages hit many countries, prices skyrocketed, and economies around the world struggled. It proved one thing very clearly: energy is not just fuel, it's power. Today, the world is even more connected than before, which means disruptions can spread faster and hit harder. If something happens in this small region, the effects are felt everywhere. From Asia to Europe, from developing nations to powerful economies, countries have tried to find alternative routes and energy sources. Pipelines, renewable energy, storage systems. But the truth is, right now, there is no complete replacement for this route. That's why the Strait of Hormuz remains one of the most closely watched locations on Earth. So next time you see fuel prices rising, or hear about tensions in the Middle East, remember this small but powerful passage. Because sometimes, the biggest impacts come from the smallest places.